welcome back with me, Brandon. Sekarang kita akan masuk ke dalam phase pertama antara Arki melawan Free Fire ya guys ya. Dan di sini akan memperebutkan juara 3 di Games of Future. Kita sudah harus move on dari match kemarin di saat RRQ kalah. Sekarang mereka akan memperebutkan 1,8 miliar ya guys ya. Sebagai juara ketiganya guys.
The way that whoever kind of ends up winning out, I think, in this EXP lane is going to be huge for each team. Both of these EXP laners have the ability
siapapun yang menang di match kali ini antara RRQ dan juga Fireflux akan bertemu
dari
EVOS
Jan.
ya guys ya.
Pesan, jika RRQ menang EVOS Yawi, EVOS Eman sudah menunggu ya BBM.
But Banana taking some damage as well. This is not your
Ya
typical
ampun.
They're definitely going at it.
Baru mau nonton lagi.
Game here. Again, I just kind of going back onto the EXP spot.
Bentar guys, makanya gue datang guys. Wait.
Down there, you can tell that each side has that poke and that peel, and I think it'd be just outmatching that, right? If CC can keep the Benedetta at bay and not allow her to rotate, I feel like that'd be a win for RQ, right? But if she's able to win the lane and be able to rotate, then that's
belum
a huge
apa-apa
win for
sudah
Fireflux.
pause lagi.
So we'll see how it goes out there. Now, a Claude against the carry, if I'm not mistaken, like
If I'm not mistaken,
shining against the carry in the lane. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder for the carry in the early stage. It's going to definitely rely on the minnow to roam a little bit, but the minnow also has that sustainability, which is what I think is going to be, again, both sides have the sustainability, but more RRQ has that, they can initiate the sustainability versus the other team just has it passively depending on hitting minions and heroes. So I think it'll come down to key plays by the minnow as well.
I think one of the things that RQ Hoshi does have going for them here is they do have a lot of mobility, right? You mentioned it with the Basha. He's gonna be able to move around, clears.
Kayak lo mau nge-gym, iya gak bisa nih. Kalau lagi banyak turnamen gini kadang jadi berubah lagi, cok ini hidup gue nih. Udah bolong 2 hari nih gue gara-gara nontonin Games of Future.
Aggressive composition. You add that, you layer that up with the CC supplied from the Aurora, the CC supplied from the Minotaur, and it is definitely deadly. Fireflux, I see them a bit more just kind of grouping up. Wanting RQ to come to them, using the Ruby as kind of the stopping point, the thing to kind of slow down RQ and all of their movements. And if they can pull that off, I think if Fireflux can kind of stick in the game here, they do have some very good scaling here. They're just going to need to be careful of those big CC plays, of those big plays coming from the Minotaur and the Aurora, because if they are too grouped up and they get hit by something like that, it is going to be bad when it's paired up with something like the Blazing Duet.
Yeah, and I think ultimately that's why RQ went with more of the boss.
Nah, udah mulai lagi belum sih? Oke, udah mulai lagi ya guys ya.
Pesan, gua lagi kerja pun tak nonton di saat RR bertanding mau menang atau kalah.
Yoi, mantap kali Jandi. Udah lah, habis match ini aja lah baru mulai makan. Oke, kita lihat di sini Ira tengah baksianya ya guys ya. RRQ masih berhati-hati ya guys, karena kemarin waktu lawan Fireflux ini di game kedua aja pas lawan Onyx mereka bisa mengimbangi ya guys ya. Masih agak berhati-hati nih Jok.
Honestly insane. This is one of the reasons why I expected to see a bit more of her. With the way that the meta is right now and how reliant so many comps are on heavy CC, you're having 3, sometimes 4 heroes that all have some sort of lockdown, all have some sort of freeze, all have some sort of immobility. It's just huge, and she plays very well to it. Nice knock-up come from Bruce.
Kita lihat kayaknya bakal langsung mati, nice banget. Tapi di sini Okta terincar oleh alien ya guys ya, anjing. Tapi kita lihat turtle berhasil didapatkan. Okta di sini juga mati. Brusco juga mati.
Brusco goes down, so it's a 2 for 2. Turtle over to the side of RQ though.
That was probably the most dramatic death I've ever seen in Alien.
10.000
sabar, jangan
dari
mungil, jangan
Giovanni
mungil.
Matondang. Pesan, Bang kode unik di Backend Store gunanya apa Bang?
Buat melacak aja transaksinya.
Taking a lot of damage. Alien gonna be able to pick up the kill. Apex 47 may go down for this. Uses a little bit of bushwork. Alien taking a bit of damage as well. They're duking it out already. Alien able to get back under the tower to safety with a hop and a skip. I like it. It's 3-3. Gold at a standstill.
The style play is coming from Alien right there. Definitely great to see. 3-3. Both teams are at it. Banana, though, overstaying their welcome a bit. Able to get out of there with the ultimate, though. Again, this is huge. I mean, for both sides of the team, they're not letting up. This is something we see occasionally. That both teams just.
Wah, 3-3 nih ya guys ya. Kenapa jadi kayak imbang gini, Tai?
This is, I feel like, gonna stop.
Ayo cok, masa lawan tim Free Fire aja kalah anjing.
But TNZ wanna fight.
I mean, they're definitely going at it. We're 3-3 right now, about 4 minutes in. Next turtle going to be up in 30 seconds. Now, Banana and Alien both have not taken a death yet. They're both doing great in their respective EXP lane. And I think...
Wah, anjing sakit
the
bener.
damage from both
Wah,
of them.
kalau ini mah, kalau ini mah
right
jujur
now.
aja cicinya mah enak kalau lawannya Benedetta ya guys ya.
These guys are moving and they are aggressive. A little bit of action up in the top side as well. A nice meteor connects onto Skylar. They get brought down to about half health. TNZ gonna take a glacier to the face. Frozen up there. Both teams deciding to disengage.
At this point, I feel like RRQ might want to do something against Alien. They're definitely a back and forth battle happening down in the EXP lane, but if they're able to scale with the CC, it could be a little bit of a problem for Octa and even
Will be a little bit
Skylar.
problem
So
for
we'll see
Octa.
first turtle. Well, the second turtle happening right
10.000
now.
dari Giovanni
We'll have to see. I mean,
Matondang.
Banana is
Pesan,
ready.
Bang
Look at
Brusco
holding the
diganti
mid bush
sama
here.
lu aja.
Kenapa anjing? Tapi
Possibly
sumpah loh
CC
guys,
on
main
right,
tank
but
itu,
Alien
main
reads
roamer
it
nih ya, di
very
zaman sekarang tuh
well.
susah banget, Tai.
Who's got
Tadi
the
gua
damage?
rengket main roamer 2 kali,
Banana
otak
has
gua
the
mau
Petrify
pecah, Tai.
ready to go. I'm excited to see
Pusing
Banana
banget ya
try to
guys
make
ya,
the play into
harus
the
cover
backside.
temen,
Alien
harus
able to zone
buka
away
war,
Brusco
harus
here.
set up
Damage is
buat
already starting to connect up.
buat warnya. Wah, susah banget anjing. Nice banget dapat 3. Kita lihat dapat 3 tapi malah Brusco yang mati, kita lihat. Wah, di sini Cici yang mendominasi banget, Tai. Tai Octa mati dong. Oh enggak masih selamat ya guys ya, tapi Octa pakai flicker
Might
guys.
try to engage onto this, but Rose is there to back him up. Banana might have to back off. Alien now rotating up as well. Rosa with the meteor looking for the next target. Gonna move back with TNZ though.
I mean, both teams are being very patient here. Like, each team they're just taking as much as they possibly can. The turtle doesn't go to anybody, which is wild. And not only that, they rotated EXP and gold lane at the 5-minute mark, but
Ooh, nice time offended. Followed
Aduh,
up by the
mati dong.
meteor. A lot of damage onto Octa. The passive does proc.
Wah, anjing,
Octa, though, gonna
Cicinya
go
ngacak-ngacak,
down.
Tai,
Able to get a quick freeze onto
cocok,
Apex 47 by
anjing,
Brusco. A little bit of time there.
Mengacak-ngacak
Still,
parah
Fireflux
gini, Tai.
taking the
Cicinya
lead
kenapa ini jembut?
Banana trying to
Sitting
get them
out,
the
hanging
bar,
out.
yeah.
Waiting
Nggak
for a
jelas ya,
backline
guys, ya.
rush there. And that's where, you know, I feel like Alien's going to do great against the front line of RQ Hoshi, to whereas Banana is going to do amazing to the back line of Fireflux. And which one's going to be more important?
Aduh, Banana. Nice, dapat
dari
ya guys ya.
Giovanni Matondang. Pesan, main rank sekarang ditangkin corenya gak bener, jadi core malah gak ada yang mau jadi tank liar.
Turtle did go to the side of Fireflux. Rad finds TNZ though, but now Rad in a little bit of trouble. Alien on the chase.
Itu karinya mati guys. Karinya masih mati. Gila. Banana.
Banana
Di tim musuh Cicinya mendominasi. Di tim RRQ juga Banananya mendominasi ya guys ya.
I think paired with
Karena
Skylar there,
betapa
they knew that they could
vitalnya
rely on their
peran
team
XP di zaman
to just
sekarang
kind
juga
of
ya guys ya.
take it at the turtle, right? And
Gila,
then
coy,
they
kedua
did it,
XP
right?
sama-sama
And kind of
ngacak,
take a look at
anjing.
some of the items. The biggest thing that we are seeing is Skylar has that Demon Hunter sword picked up, right? So that's going to be a devastating pick for the side of Fireflux, just because they are a bit tanky. Apex might not be able to play as aggressive as they were. This is getting into the early mid game, and I think we're going to see some crazy plays coming up soon.
Oke, kita lihat untuk skornya 7-7 ya guys ya. Kenapa ya angka 7 nih kayak selalu jadi momentum untuk segala hal gitu cowok untuk sekarang. Aneh bener anjing. Wah, Banana dikejar nih cowok.
Fireflux does take the first tower of the game on the top side. RQ Hoshi.
Banana di Rico dong.
And you're right about Banana. He's still 4-0-2 and I'm excited to see how it's going to move forward. The more he's able to
dari
participate
ikan
in
torbola.
these big skirmishes. Fireflux already grouping up. Here comes the concealed play. Looking for a target here. They do have the vision onto Skylar here. Apex 47 trying to find one, but Skylar able to get away.
That was a good zone by Brusco there. Again, right now, Fireflux really has to protect their back line, right? Because Rosa's been caught twice already by Banana, which is huge for the side of RRQ. So I think they have to maybe
Dan ini nggak cukup baik ya guys ya. Karena network RRQ pun kalah, cok. Anjing RRQ dikandangin Fireflux dong.
But again, it could be anybody's game as Fireflux has the damage. Like, look at Navaria, even though it's 1-2. Rosa still doing
look at Banana. Look at Banana. The Banana hiding in the top bush, looking for the back line flank again. Finally does show face. I don't know if Alien was able to see him there. I think so. Gonna check those bushes, make sure it's safe for the rest of the team. But Banana's not leaving that lane, and Fireflux is going to have to be careful about it. Brusco, though, going to get him offended in. Chip down from Alien, will go down. Alien able to pick up the kill. A beautiful steal.
Nice banget anjing, tidak memberikan retribusinya kepada musuh ya guys ya. Tapi kita lihat di sini harus merelakan nyawanya sepertinya, tapi Skylar di arah bawah berhasil untuk mendapatkan free farm ya guys ya.
Macroing it up and taking the Lord, which is huge.
Aduh gila, RRQ cok, kenapa bisa sampai dikandangin gini anjing?
Octa stays catching those meteors. Rosa
ini lumayan dikandangin banget sih Taijo.
I think the past 3 or 4 meteors Rosa has thrown out in team fight have landed directly onto Octa.
Yeah, and again, Rosa's done this before with the Navaria, so the aim is just amazing, and the prediction from Fireflux at this point, they're going to do whatever they possibly can to keep this mid turret, which is, I think, going to be key, right? Because that's the one thing that's going to keep them apart from each other. They are winning in team fights, so they just need to secure neutral objectives. RRQ looking to scale at this point. They need to take as much as they possibly can. If they can get a pick here, they might be able to clean up all tier 1 towers and maybe take a couple tier 2.
And here's the thing, even with Fireflux losing out on some of these neutral objectives, they have still kept the gold lead for a while. They're finally falling behind by 100 gold, but still that is not a lot. And both the XP laners are going to be a huge threat to the other team. We have 4-0-5 on Alien. We have 4-0-2 on Banana. Taking a look at the gold laner, Skylar, though, still have not taken a single death, the opposite of Sunshine, who has.
Jadi kenapa gak main Ken? Gak tau gue guys. Line up-nya Octa memang kalau untuk yang di Rusia ini.
On his like signature hero Claude, it's definitely going to become an issue.
They're reading it so well. Fireflux is so good at controlling and zoning the map out. Like that is what I love to see from teams. Like it's like an octagon. If you just constantly keep phasing out parts of the Land of the Dawn and the river, you'll understand kind of where someone is at. And Fireflux is doing so good at reading the map and understanding where Banana's at. Because we can tell, I mean, Banana loves the patient plays to wait for the flank. And I love that Fireflux is now responding to what Banana is bringing to
Kenapa tadi Skylar sempat bengong gitu ya?
Have to start responding to the map control from RQ Hoshi as well. Yes, Fireflux does great in kind of controlling the fights, but I feel like when it comes to overall macro, RQ is definitely chewing up these turrets right now. Has taken everything on both off lanes, but Fireflux has done well at defending that mid lane, and as long as they do that, it will kind of keep RQ's rotations in check a bit. There's still this bottleneck that both teams have to move through if they want to get to the other side of the map. Lord gonna be up now. Fireflux take control of the pit up first.
Yeah, and I feel like that's their ideal goal, right? If they're not able to win in
atas
team
sama
fights
bawah ya
early
guys ya.
right now, let Fireflux do that, right? We'll take other things. Like, you can have a couple kills. It's not going to really win the game.
Sunshine
we got the
Apex.
eyes on the prize.
In the bot side, Sunshine and Apex. Sunshine pokes face. Banana's like, no. I know you got someone else with you, man. We're not going to go for that one, but Rosa is able to get vision on the team. Arad and Tienzi once again at it. Can Arad cop the steal again? Cop the feel again on this Lord.
Wah, dapat lagi gak ya?
Flux. All 5 members here
Dapat
now.
lagi gak ya?
Finally rotating up, but the Lord is low. Might be too late to the
Wah,
party. The
gila,
Lord goes down to
GG.
Arad.
Nice banget retry-nya Irat,
Now
anjing.
looking for a set. The
Oke,
Ghost comes down,
Ruby-nya
Apex
berhasil
40 falls
take
with
down.
it.
Nice banget, come
Fireflux
on.
on the run this time. RQ got what they came for. They take control of the Lord, and they take control of the map.
Gila Irat nih guys. Dia lawan si Tienzi ini gak pernah kalah retry anjing. Tajam kali ya retry-nya ya.
I mean, this is the second time they've lost it. So let's see.
Mengeri ya jungler PH ya.
Really well on the first Lord.
250.
Really well on the second Lord as RQ is barreling down the mid and the left lane.
Ooh. Arad is just vicious with these retries right now. Takes the purple away from Fireflux. Takes the Lord. His timing is impeccable right now. Apex 47 is coming out with a conceal play to get a slightly different position. The Glacier comes down. Nobody going to get stunned up from it. The Lord finally makes the crash. Fireflux loses their first inhibitor of the game. RQ claims that they're going to move on to the mid side now. Take that tier 2 as well. They are picking Fireflux apart down to the bones.
They are. They're playing them textbook at this point, and we can already see, man, Skylar with the aggression here. RQ, right? They're doing really well. They're scaling a lot. Skylar.
Awas Skylar, anjing sakit banget, Cok.
Okay, gold. Are they gonna attempt to go?
Anjing tuh.
Skylar there. We
Sakit
haven't
amat cicinya,
we
tai.
haven't even seen Skylar get super involved yet. That's the big kicker here. He's just been farming and farming. And RQ has still been able to handle these fights very well. We haven't even seen like an insane backline blazing duet or anything yet. He's just been kind of
Ayo, dapetin.
He's gonna come in.
Oh, nice banget. Anjing, GG Brusco. Combo Baksurat kembali lagi ya guys ya. Mantap kali biji bakso kita nih.
That's all they needed to advance this fight. Skylar gonna move on to the orange buff, just patrolling the jungle right now, looking for angles, looking for flanks, and that's how RQ has continuously won these team fights.
Definitely a huge play there by RQ. The patience behind Brusco there just to give vision, and then the combo with Skylar, they couldn't even survive. Again, it's a little risky to take, but not devastating, right? I mean, you got 30 seconds till the next Lord, so everybody will be available. I just think it's one of those things that you're able to kind of feel out how RQ has control over the map, and you can see they're keeping them at bay. Skylar has a full set, Malefic Roar, and the attack speed is definitely picked up. If they can shut down Alien on Fireflux, I think that's kind of their... If they do that, then I think it's GG's, but you never know.
Lord.
All right, let's see though.
Bagus.
We've seen them put their big boy pants on in crucial Lord fights. You know, you mentioned earlier that maybe they shouldn't go for the 50-50. Maybe they should try to take a fight before the Lord pit. Brad already knows that's what they want. And now they're going to move on to Apex 47. Arad takes a quick turn. Brusco unable to land the Minoan's Fury. Fireflux baits that
Wow. Setengah,
Yes,
fokus
there's
Cok.
backdoor possibility from
Ayo guys,
Banana, but
keluarin
it
guys.
seems that Fireflux
Nanti
smells
si
something in
Banana
the
nge-end,
water.
Cok.
They're gonna
Wah,
send
kintil
Sunshine
ini
back
benar-benar
to help
cicinya
defend the lane and
bangke.
take down Brusco.
Wah, digangguin terus
Now
Cok. Wah, ini
5v4,
Irat yang
Fireflux
kontes
gonna
nih Irat
commit.
nih.
They have to send
Aduh,
back
gak bisa
Sunshine,
Cok. Iratnya
but
kontes
Tienzi
sendiri
finally takes it, and
anjing.
Arad gonna probably
Susah
fall
Cok kalau
here,
Iratnya
goes
ke
down
kontes
Alien,
sendiri
picking up
gitu
the
anjing.
kill. RQ Hoshi now falling behind,
Waduh,
and
gak
this is
dapet
what I
Lord lagi,
meant.
bahaya ini,
Fireflux,
anjing.
when the time comes
Lord
down
yang
to
menit
it, they
16
know
lah
how
ini
to
ya.
take the fight to their enemies.
Tai lah, masa lawan Fireflux gini aja kalah Cok. Yang bener aja anjing.
Very beginning of the game that Fireflux
Aduh, yang bener aja
needed to bait
Cok.
out utility from RQ, but Alien, the damage getting put down.
Skylar
on the
chasing him
chase.
down.
Agreedy.
Uh-oh. Sunshine
10.000
like, no,
dari Jin Kontol pesan banana jago
but
banget
still, the
Ken
damage,
itu.
Skylar's gonna be
jago
probably one of
memang.
the only people that can really just like 1v1 Alien right now, which is insane because Alien is bursting down most of RQ, well, shredding down most of RQ, but the damage from Skylar right now could be getting out of control.
Yeah, I feel like RRQ is gonna be able to defend this
50.000
Lord
dari
probably no
Ritkel
problem. I mean, they have
24
a lot
pesan
of their tier
telat
3
Kiai Haji
stole.
Koken
We'll
bro pulang
see
nganter
if
emak
Fireflux
belanja
wants to
bulanan.
fully-
Enggak telat kok.
Yeah, they gotta watch out for the offended.
Masih
Lord
belum
is able
selesai
to
match
approach on
pertamanya
the base.
nih ya.
Skylar's finally showed
Thank you,
up.
Rich
We'll be able to
girl.
chip it down. Fireflux not gonna overextend and keep our
Banana.
eyes on Banana because he is everywhere, disrupting waves, slowing down the pushes from Fireflux. He's doing his job very well.
They are trying to find
They
Banana.
were
They
checking
were on
every
this.
bush. They're kicking doors. Open
I'm
up,
telling you.
FBI.
Oke, sama-sama
Where
sudah hancur
is Banana?
turret
I'm tired of this.
atas ya guys
But
ya.
again, I mean, that play by
Sama-sama udah
Banana
hancur nih
forced
turret atasnya.
Fireflux to then give up control of the frontal of RRQ. Now, the biggest thing I was kind of saying is that Fireflux needs to continue to bait these utilities out, but they have to be on their toes here though, because we've constantly seen Banana almost attempt a backdoor. Though the Lord is on the right-hand side this time around, we are seeing that the backdoor potential is a little bit harder. But
Aduh, ini
that could
RRQ
be a
menurut gua
possibility for
harus
RRQ
coba
at this
war
point.
berlima nggak sih guys?
Fireflux, just keep
Dari tadi
baiting
nggak
out
pernah bisa menang war,
utilities.
Cok.
Do not take a 50-50 Lord.
Atau
unless
memang
you
RRQ ini
really have
mengincar
control over that
speed push
map.
supaya menang ya?
I mean, with the Lord
Kayak
being
susah
on
deh. Ini
the bot
Fireflux
side
agak
here,
ketat dari
in
tadi
the
buat
long
nge-defend ya
lane
guys ya.
being in advantage of Fireflux, it does kind of help them, right? RQ is going to have to be a bit more stressed about getting up to that top lane and clean those waves. Luckily, they do have Banana, who's been extremely mobile, extremely proactive, but it's definitely something we got to keep our eyes on. As long as Fireflux kind of lets that lane stay pushed on RQ side, it's going to be very helpful for them when it comes down to these Lord fights.
Exactly. I feel like it's key that RRQ has such great ability, but I do also think they need to execute it, especially, maybe try to reset the Lord a couple times or try to get it out of Fireflux's hands. And I think that's where they're struggling at this point, is that they're all about the split push, and they really haven't had a full engage at a Lord. And maybe if they had a full engage at the Lord, RRQ could be on the winning side here. But Fireflux kind of has them pressed back against the wall.
Fireflux, in past international events,
Oke, lagi-lagi. Skylar nge-push dari arah atas.
The Turkish delight. You got the Ube strat coming from Blacklist, and we have the Turkish delight from Fireflux. And I always like to kind of call, it's very layered. The way that they take these fights is very layered sometimes.
Awas, Rubinya.
Everybody's ultimates together. Now Alien gonna come
dari
in on
Asnar
Dorado.
pesan kenapa
Apex
sih
this
Irak
time gonna
pakai
blow his
Hyperfighter
ult
terus
a little
padahal
bit
jago
backwards still.
assassinnya.
With the damage, into the backline,
Aduh
the
ya
best try.
ampun, Brusco-nya
Banana
belum
able to
sempet
find
ngegetok anjing.
Rosa. Sunshine goes down as well. Brusco
Tapi gak apa-apa, mati dua. Ayo, let's go. Cicinya harus nge-defend atas. Ayo, Skylar di atas, Sky di atas.
Has the blazing duet, but doesn't even need to use it.
Aduh, nice. Mati tiga. Ayo, objektif. Lord.
Fireflux in that fight. They've still got TNT
Ngomong N ya?
and RQ say no.
Ngomong N, Cok. RRQ, Cok. Langsung ngomong N,
We're gonna
Cok.
go for the game here. We're gonna go for the finish. They're
Bisa
gonna
kah, guys?
collapse down in the boss side. Skylar able to use the blazing duet, clear up all of these minions, and look at the damage onto Alien. Alien still trying to survive. Gallery positions. The glacier comes down.
Bisa gak sih?
Alien not getting away from that one. TNT. He's
Nice.
gonna be next on the chopping block. Trying to blow him out.
Anjing, Nice one. Ayo, satu game lagi untuk 1,8 miliar ya guys ya.
What a
Nice
play.
one.